Hello, I'm Cassie, and today on this episode of the My MACC Podcast, I have Toby, a fellow digital arts student here at the Montcalm Area Career Center, to talk about AI art and how it affects artists. Hello, Toby.
Hello, Cassie. So, like Cassie said, my name is Toby, and I am a freelance artist that I do in my spare time as a hobby and also as a side gig.
To start off, how would you describe AI art and how it's created?
All right, so that is a deep question. So, where I want to start is I want to start by how AI and art making algorithms work. So, what happens is you have these algorithms that are pattern seeking that try to recreate images. And so, what they do is people tend to feed art images into it to create sort of patterns for the algorithm to recreate. And usually, how that works is people will tend to snatch art images off the internet, either with permission or in a lot of cases without, and they will feed it into the algorithms where the AI will learn how to recreate images of those styles, of those ideas, how art tends to work and how people tend to like it. And so with that art algorithm training, you put in some sort of idea into the algorithm and it'll generate it for you. And the more specific you are, the more specific the image is. Say it's gotten to the point where you can ask for a certain art style from a very specific artist and it will recreate that if it has the resources.
In what ways would you say AI is used in the art community?
So actually, I would say that's split off into two branches because there are two different ways you can use AI and AI art. So usually sometimes for the artist, what they'll do is they'll use AI to generate prompts or to give ideas or maybe some assistance of where they need to fix something, and they will use it to help give them ideas on how to make the art, but they will still make it themselves. It will still be man-made art, but it will have AI ideas around it, and that's perfectly fine because you've still got the artist who is making a living off that. Whereas the second branch is where we have the image creating algorithms itself, whereas the AI algorithm creates the image by itself without human interference or assistance, in which case there is no human artist involved. And then sometimes it'll be used by companies, it'll be used by pretty much anyone, although the negative repercussions of that is that sometimes, most times, it will take a human artist away from a job because you can generate any AI art that you want, and most times it doesn't cost money.
To branch off the question I just asked you, how would you say AI art is directly affecting artists?
So I would say, as an AI artist myself, my answer may be a bit biased because I have seen the community and how AI art has affected it firsthand. But I would say that it has a negative overall effect, seeing as it removes the human part of the equation entirely from art creation, which has taken a lot of jobs away from human artists, which has kind of put the industry into panic, pretty much. Because most art nowadays is produced by AI generations, which it's, like I said, it's removing jobs from human artists, and companies don't have to pay for them anymore. So now all these people who have spent years in this industry suddenly have no job.
In what ways would you say you could tell the difference between AI art and real art?
So that's a loaded question in itself because it depends on which algorithm we're talking about, because some are so advanced in ways that honestly you cannot tell. But some of the older ways that you would be able to tell is sometimes a character would have an extra limb or too many digits on their hands, or if you're generating an image of an animal, it would have too many toes on its paw. Sometimes it'll be glossy. Some of the finer details, let's say scaling on a snake or a dragon, it will be wrong. It will be messy looking. There will be no connection in a way. And really, some algorithms are so upgraded that you can't tell the difference at all, which is terrifying.
Thank you so much for talking with me today, Toby. Tune in next time for my next episode.